Not my business. This is podcast 2. Podcast 1 talked a little bit about the language and perhaps the different imagery in it. The series of questions here that you've asked, I'm going to try and answer. I think the most important one is, where is the poem set? The poem is set in Nigeria, a country in West Africa. It is written by a poet who is a political poet. Now, why is everyone fighting for survival was another question asked, and a really important one. Nigeria is not at all like Britain. In Britain, you are able to have free speech. You can speak out and talk about things which talk about the government, talk about the police. They are accountable. In Nigeria, they are not accountable to the public. In Nigeria, you daren't speak out. You can't publish in newspapers anything critical about the government. In Nigeria, it is a state run by the police, or is a state run by the government, but the police are the government's army, as it were. And this is key to the poem, because what the poet is actually talking about, and one of the key themes in the poem, are that we, everybody, should speak out if the culture is oppressive. We should speak out if we do not agree, and we should be brave and courageous to do that. And when, in the middle of the night, people are taken and put in prison, as they are in Nigeria, or taken and beat, as they are in Nigeria, that other people who see and hear this must speak out. You have a right, you have an obligation to speak out. So this poem is essentially about a number of individual people who didn't speak out. They picked Akini up one morning and beat him like soft clay and stuffed him down the belly of a waiting jeep. Now the narrator then says, what business of mine is it, so long as they don't take the yam from my savouring mouth? The answer to the question of what a yam is that it's a fruit. It's like a potato, a sweet potato, and it's a staple food. In the East, perhaps rice is the staple food. A yam is a staple food of Nigeria. So this is what he's seen, and then the narrator says, well, it's not my business, so long as they don't take the yam from my savouring mouth, so long as they don't come for me, then if I keep my mouth shut, then nothing's going to happen. And then the narrator sees this. They came one night, booted the whole house awake, and dragged Daladi out, then off to a lengthy absence. The lengthy absence is a prison sentence. And again the narrator says, but look, it's not my business, it's nothing to do with me, so long as they don't take my yam away, so long as they don't take my food, so long as they don't beat me up, so long as they don't take my liberty away, then look, it's none of my business. Chinwe went to work one day, only to find her job was gone. No query, no warning, no probe, just one neat sack for a stainless record. Again the narrator sees another friend, this time losing her job. I don't know what the friend did. Perhaps she spoke out. Perhaps she said, look, I don't want this government anymore. I don't want you to be oppressive anymore. But you know what? He didn't speak out either. And then finally, in the last stanza, and then one evening, as I sat down to eat my yam, a knock at the door froze my hungry hand. The jeep was waiting on my bewildered lawn, waiting in its usual silence. And the poem ends here with they, the government, the police, the army, coming to take him away. It doesn't matter if he's done nothing. It doesn't matter if he's not guilty. There is no trial. They just sack you, or beat you up, or take you and put you in prison. There is no justice. And he's saying, in this poem. The poet is trying to say that if you live in an oppressive culture, in a culture which puts you down, in a culture which doesn't let you speak, you must speak out, because if you don't, they will come for you in the end. So the different stanzas, I've tried to show what they actually mean. This person, Akini, was beaten up. This person, Daladi, was taken to a prison sentence. This person, Chinwe, lost her job, or his job. And then again, the repeating chorus, it's not my business, it's not my business, it's not my business, until they come for him. That's why everybody is fighting for survival. So the people who come to take him away are the police or the army. What is the most important theme in the poem? The theme in the poem is one which is associated with the chorus. What business of mine is it? And what the poet is actually saying is, it is your business. You must speak out. The word waiting is repeated in the poem because actually that is what the narrator in the poem is doing. He is waiting for them to come to him, as they will definitely come. Key themes in this poem and key points. 1. It has a chorus which repeats, what business of mine is it? And what the poet is trying to say, that it is your business. 2. There are 3 definite people mentioned in this poem who get prison sentences or lose their job or get beaten up by the army. 3. The key point in this poem is eventually the I, the my, the individual, if they don't speak out, will come, will be taken.